Tonight on News 5 Live, a shocking domestic dispute in Independence ends with a husband setting his common-law wife on fire. We probe into why Andre Perez wasn't investigated after drugs were found on his boat. Only 19 guns were surrendered to police in the state of emergency trade-off, plus the latest developments in the teachers' salary debacle. We'll bring you up to speed with today's top stories in just a few. Good evening and welcome to News 5 Live for Friday, October 4th. I am Sabrina Daly. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and tonight we have a chilling report from Independence Village. According to the report, a woman was set on fire by her partner during a dispute on Thursday night. The details reveal that 30-year-old Karima Logan and her common-law husband, 24-year-old Travis Lopez, got into an argument inside their home. During the altercation, Lopez allegedly dragged Karima outside, doused her with gasoline, and set her ablaze. He then reportedly tried to extinguish the flames by placing her in the shower. Logan has since reported the incident to the police. She was initially taken to the Independence Polyclinic and later transferred to the Southern Regional Hospital, where she received treatment for severe burn injuries. News 5 has learned that Logan described the incident to the police as an accident. This morning, Commissioner of Police Chester Williams addressed the incident.
So is there anything you could tell us about a domestic incident last night? I think a man might have lit his wife on fire or something like that.
No, I don't know about that, no.
It has been a week since police in San Pedro discovered a quantity of suspected cocaine on a boat owned by Area Representative Andre Perez. In the immediate aftermath, the Belize Police Department issued a statement essentially exonerating the Minister of Blue Economy from any criminal wrongdoing. The statement clarified that Perez's vessel was at a boatyard awaiting repairs, and that, acting on information from residents, police conducted a search of the boat. However, public criticism has been mounting, with many arguing that Perez was never subjected to a thorough criminal investigation, despite his ownership of the vessel used to stash the narcotics. Here's how the Commissioner of Police responded.
The department is not one that would act based on what certain sector of the public may want to see us act on. We act based on evidence, and we must be objective in terms of how we carry out our functions. If you have a vehicle and your vehicle experiences mechanical problems, and you take your vehicle to a mechanic garage, you park it there for 6 months. You don't go to that mechanic garage and check on your vehicle. Your vehicle is left open. The mechanic have access to it. The garage is an open area. People have access to the garage. If police were to go and find drugs in your vehicle after 6 months, would it be fair to say that the drugs belong to you?
The counter argument, as far as I'm understanding, however, is to say that, for instance, if the police conduct a raid or a search at a residence and they find illegal items in there, then automatically it's ascribed that it's your property.
But again, you hear what they say at the residence. The boat was not at Mr. Pierce's residence. Mr. Pierce lived miles away from the boatyard. The man does not live there. If there were anybody to be held to account for that drugs in the vehicle, in the boat, it would have been the owner of the boatyard. But even them could not be held to account because the boatyard has so many ins and outs. People goes in. And as I said before, the police went there based on intelligence that was given to them by people who live in the area, having seen these drug men going to the area. What you expect me to charge the minister for something that there is no nexus between him and that object? I can't do that, man.
We also spoke with Home Affairs Minister Karim Musa, who backed the stance taken by the Commissioner of Police concerning the drug bust on Minister Perez's boat. Musa, who is also an attorney at law, asserted that there is no direct link between Perez and the narcotics discovered on his vessel. Here's his explanation.
It's a very unfortunate situation that can happen to any citizen of Belize, regardless of the position that you hold. It could happen to members of the media, and I'm certain that you would likewise hope that the police investigate the matter the way that they did in the case of Minister Perez's boat. From all the circumstances, all the facts of the case, it is clear that police received a tip based on suspicious individuals who had been traversing the area. And so it wouldn't have been just a random search of Minister Perez's boat. It was based on information provided by a member of the public that the police were able to go on the boat and locate the drugs. And so It's a good thing in the sense that it was located prior to Minister Pierce even using the vessel, because from all the information, it had been months since he had actually used the vessel. And so it's not a situation whereby police had pulled over Minister Pierce in the course of using his vessel.
Aside from murder and unlawful sexual intercourse, major crimes have decreased in 2024 compared to the same period from January to September last year. This morning, the Minister of Home Affairs, the Commissioner of Police, and the top brass of the Belize Police Department convened to review the latest crime statistics and develop strategies to further reduce these numbers. Since January, there have been 71 recorded murders and 118 reported robberies. Additionally, incidents of burglary, theft, and rape have also declined. Commissioner of Police Williams presented these encouraging figures to his colleagues in the department.
I put together a presentation, an overall presentation, where I outlined to the officers where we are so far for this year, where we have been at the end of each quarter of the year, outlined to them how we got to where we are, and also told them in my presentation what I want us to do collectively together for the rest of the year so that we will be able to defeat the numbers for last year. I am extremely passionate about what I do. Saving lives of Belizeans is important to me. And as I said to them, we finished the month of September with 3 murders above last year's figure around the same time. My objective is for us to work our butts off for the rest of this year to defeat the number for last year, which was 87. So, in other words, we are at 71 murders right now. That puts us at 16 below last year's figure. And I'm pleading to my commanders for us to work together in order for us to be able to defeat that 16 so that we can end up with either 87 or less murders. I also outlined to them strategies that I want us to do to be able to ensure that we would be in a position to defeat the numbers.
With the latest figures showing an uptick in murders compared to the same period in 2023, the Commissioner of Police is crafting a proactive crime-fighting strategy to prevent this year's numbers from exceeding last year's count. He is relying on the Leadership Intervention Unit to ensure that interventions and mediations occur whenever tensions flare between rival gangs.
You're going into the 4th quarter of this year. What is the outlook? Is it that the police, in terms of trying to keep these numbers down, will take on now a more proactive as opposed to a reactive approach to policing?
Yes, certainly, and that's my thing to them this morning, that we need to be more proactive in terms of our approach. We don't want to respond. I even said to them, if it is that they hear that there is an issue brewing between 2 different gang groups, we must step in, do intervention, do mediation, get LIU involved, get Ms. Anuri involved. Let's see how we can stem that before it reaches a stage where somebody getting killed. Because once somebody get killed, the problem becomes greater, because then the other side want to retaliate. We must do what we can to avoid getting to that stage.
The extended state of emergency, which saw dozens of young men from various neighborhoods in Belize City and Roaring Creek Village detained, has come to an end. Many of these individuals, including numerous gang members, were required to surrender their weapons. Yet, the department managed to retrieve only 19 firearms. Earlier today, we spoke with the Commissioner of Police to get his insights now that these alleged troublemakers are back on the streets.
We didn't get as much as we expected. We got a total of 19 weapons, different calibers, and a number of ammunition. So those were collected and have been submitted as found property and will be sent to the National Forensic Service firearm or ballistic unit for testing.
What has the observation been in the wake of that extended SOE in terms of how the gangs interact with each other at this point?
Well, we do have follow-ups. Brother Nuri is tasked to ensure that he do follow up with them. We want to ensure we have a system where they don't just come out of SOU and we leave them right there. We want to do programs with them. So Brother Nuri and LIU are tasked in ensuring that we do follow-ups and different programs with them. We have a system where they were told that if it is that there is some issue brewing between them and other groups, for them to come forward and let us know, and then we'll step in and do intervention, mediation. I think some of them are very serious about trying to make a change.
Coming up, lightning strikes property twice, destroying home and killing pet.
Designed a project that protects and preserves our vital mangroves? Now's your chance to be recognized as a mangrove conservation champion. Join the Mangrove Friendly Development Challenge, a national competition celebrating innovative designs that enhance and preserve mangroves on private property. Developers, landowners, and other interested groups are welcome to register before October 15th, 2024. For more information, visit mangrovefriendlychallenge.org.
Sbarro, the original New York pizza you know and love. Sbarro's extra-large pizzas are handmade fresh daily with San Marzano-style sauce, 100% whole milk mozzarella on a hand-stretched 17-inch dough. Available whole or by the slice, so you can simply fold, eat, and repeat.
The Super Furia Band presents Music Fights Cancer Benefit Concert, fundraising event for Mr. Pancho of Super Furia Band. When you're dancing, come out and support and get entertained by some of Belize's best musicians, giving back to a worthy cause. On the stage performing will be Watson Sounds Band, Techno Band Belize, Youth Connection Band, Lucio and the New Generation, Gil Hurry 7 Band, Burgers Vibes Band, oh baby, baby, it's one word. Santino's Messengers, The Comeback, Mr. Sila Agustin, Reckless Flores, St. Louis, the sweet voice of Annika Perez, the General Super G, and the energetic Maime. Songs provided by Hyper Sound System and music break by DJ Piju and DJ Charlie. Mark the date. Come out and support Sunday, October 6, 2024 at the People's Stadium in Orange Walk Town. Entrance fee is only $10. This is Belize, your musicians, and our eyes have shed tears with the eminent support. Get prepared to have a wonderful time with Belize's finest musicians. Music Fights Cancer Music Festival fundraising event for Mr. Pancho. Come out and support. It's a worthy cause. We thank our sponsors: BTB, 7 News Belize, Hyper Sound, Center Communications, Belikin, News 5 Belize, Wales Distillery Limited, Elite Promos, Hotel de la Fuente, Fiesta FM, Licensed Sounds, DJ Star, DJ Cabby, Maximum Radio and Max TV, and Universal Radio.
Attention Digi customers! Being a Digi customer is now even more rewarding with our new DigiPoints Loyalty and Rewards app. Digi customers countrywide can now earn Digi Loyalty points and redeem points for awesome prizes like Digi Merch, Digi Cash, Digi Services, vouchers, coupons, and more. Use your points to play fun games and win even more amazing prizes. You can be one of our daily winners. Excited? You should be. Download and register for DigiPoints and begin to earn points and win today. Available in your favorite app store.
The Ministry of Education has issued a press release emphasizing the importance of timely teacher payments. They acknowledge that the current salary processing system is outdated and prone to delays, often due to incomplete or late submissions. The ministry provided several clarifications in their statement. Firstly, They noted that 122 teachers were scheduled for an off-cycle payment, which the Treasury Department confirmed would be deposited into their bank accounts by this evening. Additionally, the ministry pointed out that a few names on the BNTU's list of 99 teachers were duplicates. One of the remaining names, 44, were already included in the off-cycle payment and should have received their payments by now. For the last batch of 43 teachers, the ministry found that 9 had already received their September salaries. 3 were secondary or tertiary level teachers processed through a different system, and 4 were being finalized for the next payment cycle. The remaining 27 teachers required further attention, and the ministry is working with school management to resolve these issues as quickly as possible. Today, BNTU President Nadia Kaliz reiterated the union's stance and explained what prompted them to address this matter.
What really broke the camel's back was when our teachers came forward and said, you said there was an agreement with the ministry that we would not be kicked out of the system, but we were kicked out. We did not receive our salary. We were paid we were paid in the month of August, and now in September, no salary. What happened? And we started to query with the ministry what was actually going on. We did not get the kind of response that we wanted. We stand by our 130. We stand by our 130. We went through our listing because they called us. We went through our listing, and we do have 130. 3 of those, though, we will admit were paid because those teachers actually were increments, and we mistakenly submitted that. But if you look at the BNTU's press release, it said 130 plus teachers in this country. 122 teachers are going to be paid today, but you still have like an outstanding 35 or so. And up to this morning, we have teachers calling in saying, I did not fill out that form because I had no faith in the system. But now that we see so many persons being paid, could you please add my name onto that list? So again, we're receiving another list of persons. It's not about the numbers. For us, our teachers are suffering. They have worked. They deserve to be paid. Teachers should not be going through this. There are things that I can't even say publicly that teachers have shared with me that they're doing so they can survive. And some of it is very unethical. I've visited teachers who called me crying, asking for assistance. All I want to see come October, that our teachers don't go through this.
A month ago, several schools reported a shortage of teachers as the new school year began. Among them was Our Lady of Lourdes Primary School in Mascal Village, which faced a loss of 3 teachers across its preschool, middle and upper divisions. Fast forward a month and the school has made significant progress, securing 1 teacher and on the verge of hiring a second. However, they are still searching for a teacher for their preschool department. Today, Principal German Ramirez shared with News 5 the strides the school has made towards full staffing and how they have been managing the ongoing shortage.
We have managed to secure 1 teacher coming this way to help us with our teacher shortage. We have been doing everything we can from our end to ensure that he remains in the community. It's not something easy for him, but he's adapting, and we're lucky to have him here. We are still short of 2 teachers. We're working on 1, trying to make sure that we get his license. The license application process goes through some bureaucracy and I guess some vetting. And so that is probably what is keeping us back from getting the other replacement in this community. We're still working to try and secure replacement for the preschool as well. So I work along with the general manager of Catholic Public Schools to try and see if we can secure the replacements as early as possible.
Explain to me how it's been over the past month in getting the curriculum delivered in an effective way to these students with the shortage of 3 teachers.
It's not been easy. We try to stay in alignment with what we have to be doing for the month of September. But jumping out of a classroom and going into another, you don't get to do what you need to do as effectively as possible. So what we try to do is to ensure that our children are busy getting their packages, printed packages for them to be working on while I'm there. I can explain while I'm out. They work on their own with some limited supervision from the teacher nearby.
Former Belmopan City Administrator Charlene Julian has stepped forward to clear her name amidst controversy. Julian's name appeared on a leaked list of Innovabel Estate land recipients from within the council, suggesting she acquired 6 parcels of land through 2 companies, Ajalon and Associates Limited and Almea Consulting Limited. In her statement to the media, Julian firmly denied ever owning a company named Almea Consulting Limited. The document also claimed that Julian's son received 2 parcels, with all 8 properties allegedly sold to her for $1,000 each. Julian refuted these claims, stating the document is intentionally misleading and full of errors. She clarified that she received 4 parcels of land less than an acre as part of a legally negotiated employment contract. The value of these parcels was deducted from what she was owed for nearly 3 years of service to a financially struggling city council. Julian contends that the accusations are baseless, aimed at tarnishing her professional reputation and undermining her contributions to the city of Belmopan. She also expressed that the situation has caused undue stress and reputational harm to her son and family. A family is homeless tonight after a devastating lightning strike destroyed their house. Remarkably, lightning struck the property twice on Wednesday afternoon, tragically claiming the life of their pet in the first strike and igniting a fire in the second. This freak incident has left the family heartbroken and desperately seeking help from the community. News 5's Paul Lopez brings us the story.
A home in Georgeville went up in flames on Thursday afternoon. The victims of the fire, a young family, lost everything. We spoke with the owner of the destroyed wooden structure, Vanessa Guzman.
This is something that we never expect, because I wasn't at home at the moment. I was at my mom when my little brother called and told me about that my house was on fire, but I didn't believe it at first, but then he video called me and showed me that the house was smoking out, and when he came and checked the house, it was already too late.
The circumstances surrounding the fire are nothing short of shocking and are certainly not a common occurrence in Belize.
When they tell me that how it happened, it me really shocking, and I don't believe some lightning caused so much damage like that. Then first we Pitbull get it first, then he did. Then we house get it next.
Guzman's brother lives on the adjacent property. He ran over to save some of the household items, including items purchased for her son's birthday party that was to be held on Saturday.
He may try get some stuff, but by the time he reached up the steps, the house just exploded. Then everything, we never can save nothing. We lose everything, like nothing we stay. I try be strong. It hurt a lot. We're not saying no hurt, but I know that's something what we could recover. But we had memories. I had memories from my baby, and we were looking forward to do his little party. And he really looked forward for this party. He's so excited. He did his countdown, and when he said that his house was burning, it hurt him a lot. And up to now, he still stay frightened.
Guzman and her family lost everything to the freak fire. They are now seeking assistance from the public to get back on their feet.
I just hope we could get the help that everyone said that they will help. I just pray that they do, because we not got nothing. So I would really appreciate, with all my heart, I really appreciate anything worth it for we.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
You can reach the family at 608-1088 and 627-6361 if you wish to offer any assistance. After the break, building investor confidence and awareness in Belize. But first, here's the weather update with data from the Belize Met Service.
Hello, friends. I'm Dr. Bob Roberts with another 60-second sermon from God's Word. The Bible says, "For the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord, and He pondereth all His goings." Here is one of the most comforting and yet convincing verses in all the Bible. It is comforting in knowing that Christ sees and knows of our hurts and sorrow. It is convicting in knowing that none of our sins nor actions can go beyond the range of His vision. His eyes sees and weighs our action. A burglar once burglarized a New York luxury apartment. The detectives could not find one clue, and finally, as they were leaving, they saw a statue of Christ facing the wall and thought that to be strange. They carried it to the station to see if they could find fingerprints. They did, and the burglar was arrested and was asked why the statue was facing the wall. He replied, "Well, when I was going through all the dresser drawers, I saw that statue of Christ looking right at me. It was as though Christ Himself was looking at me, and I could not stand it, and so I turned His face away from me so that He could not see me." You may turn the face of a statue away from you, but you can never turn the face of Christ. He sees and considers all of your ways. Today's 60-second sermon has been presented by Christian Foundations of Faith in cooperation with the Baptist churches in your area.
The Mega Progressive Jackpot has been going up. It's now at $595,535, and you don't want to miss out on this one. All that cash can be won with a single $2 Mega Bingo ticket. Get yours and catch a live show on Saturday, October 5th, airing on Channel 5 and Love FM at 8 p.m. or watch it online on Facebook or YouTube. Just log in and search for Belize Mega Bingo. Don't miss your chance to win over $500,000. The jackpot is waiting, and it can change your life. And remember, Mega Bingo is the game.
Take control with My Social Security, your secure online account to manage all your Social Security information. To create a My Social Security account, you must be 14 years or older and have a valid email address. Visit the My Social Security self-service portal at ssbportal.org.bz. Click on Create Account. Enter your date of birth and phone number. Next, verify your email address to continue. To verify, simply enter your email address and click the Send Verification button. Enter the verification code sent to your email inbox to proceed. Next, create a password that meets the requirements. Enter the name and select a reason for your account. Then click Create. Your My Social Security account was successfully created. Your information security is our priority. If you have a Social Security number, click Link My SSN to link your Social Security number to your account and activate using the steps in your confirmation email. If you do not have a Social Security number, click Register with SSB. You're now ready to truly experience Social Security at your fingertips.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connection. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
The Financial Services Commission, FSC, serves as the regulatory and supervisory authority for Belize's non-banking financial services. In 2021, the government of Belize enacted the Securities Industries Act, which expanded the responsibilities of the former International Financial Services Commission, transforming it into the FSC. Now, the FSC oversees the securities sector and the Belize Companies and Corporate Affairs Registry. Although legislation to regulate the securities sector has been in place for the past 4 years, the FSC is actively working to raise awareness about the investment opportunity within the sector. Today, they hosted a press briefing to shed light on these opportunities and provide further information.
You really should care because we are starting the process of regulating the securities market in Belize. The securities have always existed in Belize. It is there, but it's never been in a regulated and formalized way.
So explain to regular people what are securities.
Well, basically, securities are stocks, bonds. People buy shares in companies. People then are able to invest that way, and as the company prosper, the shares increase in value, and therefore their little part of that company increases in value as well. A good point is there are some Belizeans that have owned shares in BTL, etc. When those companies do well, they do well, and it gives Belizeans an opportunity to invest in other things, rather than having a bank account, say, for example. And let's be frank about it, we all know, right? You're getting little or nothing in bank interest right now. So, it probably costs you more to keep your money in the bank than what the bank is paying you in interest rates. So securities give Belizeans another opportunity for investment and to grow wealth. And I think that is an important objective of the government, to broaden, democratize capital in Belize. Belize is a very bank-centric economy, and the introduction of securities will broaden that and give Belizeans an opportunity for other ways to invest in the market.
One example that Claude Haylock, the Director General at the Financial Services Commission, highlighted is an initial public offering, or IPO, that the San Pedro Town Council recently floated. This IPO is valued at $28 million. The FSC is not responsible for promoting such opportunities. They exist to build investor confidence and awareness while carrying out their regulatory responsibilities.
Let me give you a real example right now. We have just approved, I shouldn't say the word approved, right? The municipal securities, under the Municipal Securities Act, the San Pedro Town Council has floated an IPO to the tune of $28 million, which, if Belizeans, the IPO is put out there, Belizeans can look at it and they can subscribe to it. They can buy a piece of that bond offering. It's an attractive interest rate. It's an attractive rate of return. So, why not? We're not here to promote a particular, that is not what we do as regulators. I just wanted to give that as an example of a practical way that we are starting to deepen the investment market in Belize, and there are others that are lining up. We have now 9 registrants under the Securities Industry Act, correct?
For the trading securities category, in all we have 16.
16, so 16. So there's real activity taking place. And Belizeans, their broker dealers, their agents of Belizeans have an opportunity to engage these people to look for, for investment opportunities other than holding land or or keeping your money in the bank account or on your mattress.
So how does one go about launching an IPO or any other investment opportunity? According to Marlos Kos, the Director of Licensing and Authorizations at the FSC, the first step is to submit the necessary documentation to the Commission. He elaborated on the detailed process and the rigorous oversight involved, emphasizing the Commission's commitment to ensuring that fairness and transparency are at the heart of every investment opportunity.
Any municipality or any company wants to do an IPO, for example, the first thing they need to do is to prepare a prospectus. The Municipal Securities Act outlines, what should be in the prospectus, but the main reason for the prospectus is for the issuer to disclose all the risk or all material information that a reasonable investor would need to make a decision as to whether they should invest in this offering. The Commission does not express anything on the merits of the offering. So if a Belizean investor wants to invest, if they see what we issue is a receipt. So a receipt that they have filed this prospectus with the Commission. When an investor sees that it is not, that they should say, oh, well, this offering is good. It is that we have ensured that the offer has included all the material information, disclose all the material information. So an investor should look at the prospectus in detail, look at it from the beginning to the end to say, and make that decision as to whether should I invest in this. To develop a market, we need to first start with educating the Belizean people, because this is relatively new to everybody. So we need to start there.
Many of the terms used to describe investment opportunities available to Belizeans are often too complex for potential investors to understand. This complexity is a key reason why many Belizeans are not taking advantage of these opportunities. To address this, the Financial Services Commission is launching a Smart Investor Awareness campaign during World Investor Week from October 7 to 13. This week is recognized annually by the International Organization of Securities Commissions, of which Belize recently became an associate member.
All IOSCO members and supporters such as IDB, the World Bank Group, the OECD, who are partnering with IOSCO to promote this global initiative, will be launching investor-focused activities and services. There will be competitions that will focus on the importance of investor education, and of course there will also be webinars and workshops with the objective of educating the public in the different areas that were mentioned. From our perspective, the FSC will be launching an investor center website where resources and tools can be accessed. Within that investor center, we host the official webpage for the World Investment Week, and all the resources, information that we will be sharing with the public can be accessed from our website, which is fscbelize.org.bz. We will also have, complementing that, a free webinar that the FSC will be coordinating for the public. This webinar is called Smart Investing, a guide to navigating the securities landscape. And this will be a complement to the FAQ segment that we will have.
When we return, who cares for strays in the absence of an owner?
25th, The Truth of God with Pastor Gino Jennings of the First Church of Our Lord Jesus Christ can be seen Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. exclusively on Channel 5 Belize. The Truth of God with Pastor Gino Jennings, Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. on Channel 5 Belize.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connections. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
At RF&G Insurance, we're committed to safeguarding what matters most to you. Offering coverage mile after mile, our offices and agents located across Belize ensure that you are protected. Secure your property with RF&G Householders Comprehensive Policy. From your home to your belongings, we offer protection so you can enjoy life to the fullest. For more information on your coverage options, contact our team of experts today or visit your local agents. We'll be ready to assist. Don't forget, it pays to get it right with RF&G Insurance, a Road Group company.
In May, former Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador discussed with Prime Minister John Briceño the possibility of increasing Mexico's power supply to Belize by 5 megawatts. Although that discussion did not come to fruition this week, PM Briceño held a similar meeting with the new Mexican President, Claudia Sheinbaum. Today, Minister of Energy Michelle Shabat informed News 5 that President Sheinbaum assured them that the existing arrangement would be honored and that they would explore ways to increase the power supply. The meeting also included Mexico's new Minister of Energy, Luz Helena González Escobar, and her team.
Present at that meeting was also the head of the CFE, from whom we actually purchased electricity, as you know. It was a very fruitful discussion. We discussed several issues, including the agreement for Belize to purchase energy from Mexico. We spoke about Belize's energy security, which is very important for us. We also spoke about the basic needs of energy of southern Mexico and Belize, and discussed a little bit about how we could go about addressing the issues on both sides of the border. And I think our meeting was the first meeting she ever had since taking over this position. And so, but she did assure us that all the agreements we had in place with the former government will be respected and will be honored. And we looked also, and obviously we discussed the possibilities of increasing that as we had done with the former president. And there is that commitment to look at that and to see how best we can get that done. I think one of the important things that did come out of this meeting is a commitment from the new government, from the new administration, to continue working with Belize to make sure that we have the energy supply that we need. And we also agreed that we're going to have a joint working group that will, of course, consist of BL and PUC, who are going to be meeting regularly with our Mexican counterparts to see how best we can push forward these agreements.
We also asked Minister Shabat to respond to allegations of voter fraud that his political rival in Cayo North, Dr. Omar Figueroa, had brought forth this week. He said that because the matter is now before the courts, he could not, but offered to give a comment after the court has dealt with the case. 45,000 dock workers at U.S. ports on the East and Gulf Coasts have returned to work, ending a 3-day strike and alleviating concerns about import shortages on store shelves. The suspension of the strike also halts any further inflation on goods upon their arrival. The International Longshoremen's Association, representing the dock workers, has paused the strike until January 15th to allow time for negotiating a new contract. This afternoon, Jody Williams, Vice President of the Belize Chamber of Commerce and Industry, told News 5 that the suspension of the strike brings a sigh of relief for Belizean businesses.
We have so much holidays coming up, and definitely we as Belizeans, we want our products to be on the shelves. We don't want to have anything that will affect to add more to inflation, or that there's shortages of products in the market. So this is a big sigh of relief for us. The timing was everything, the length of the strike. And this was like, you could say 2.5 days. Thankfully, I guess the U.S. government and everyone around the world saw the need that, they needed to go to the table and to get this resolved as soon as possible, because the global implications was very, very high, especially at this timing of the season where we're coming up to Christmas.
This week, 22-year-old Diego Santos was charged with manslaughter after allegedly causing the death of 61-year-old Danatilo Cruz. Reports indicate that Santos and Cruz had an altercation, during which Santos pushed Cruz to the ground, resulting in a fatal head injury. Cruz was discovered in a comatose state the following morning and later succumbed to his injuries. This incident follows the arraignment of 21-year-old Alan Coyi, who was charged with manslaughter in connection with the death of 58-year-old Belhem Guzman, whose body was found bound and decomposed in Camalote village. In another tragic event, on September 12, 61-year-old Ubaldo Guzman was found brutally chopped to death in his home in Santa Elena after an altercation with his companion, Peter August, who was subsequently charged with manslaughter. This alarming trend of elderly citizens dying during altercations with younger individuals raises serious concerns about the safety of this vulnerable community. We spoke with Dorlin Sabal, Program Officer at the National Council on Aging, to learn more about how to protect the elderly from situations that could lead to their abuse or untimely death.
Usually, elder abuse is done by somebody close to that older person, whether it's their child, grandchild, or perhaps the caregiver. And so we typically try to encourage, whether it's family caregivers or paid caregivers, to assess their situation, acknowledge when you're feeling burnt out, and we encourage families to also be in tune so that when that person is feeling a bit of burnout, they can encourage them to take a deep breath, relax a bit, and so that they can get back fresh and revised to go back and help that older person, because it can be challenging sometimes. Older persons sometimes have underlying conditions. They might suffer from dementia. So things of this sort, we have to ensure that they're taking care of themselves in order to take care of somebody else.
And what's the mandate on ensuring that these elderly people aren't left alone in situations where maybe their children don't live with them? How do we navigate ensuring that they are adequately cared for in those situations?
Well, there's currently no mandate in place to, say that you have to be there for that older persons. But what I can say is that the council currently has in draft a welfare and protection bill for older persons. And these are things that we are trying to tackle, because we can see that there are some gaps in terms of services for older persons, protection for older persons, and measures that can be put in place to ensure that they are well protected. So there's nothing in place, but we're working on trying to ensure that our older persons are aging with dignity and integrity.
Every day, Belizeans come across stray animals wandering the streets, often hungry, injured, or pregnant, relying on human kindness for survival. Unfortunately, help is hard to come by for these creatures, who are frequently viewed as nuisances and public health risks. Humane societies across the country are striving to address the problem. But with limited resources, the situation is becoming increasingly dire. Here's News 5's Brittany Gordon with more details.
Belize faces a significant issue with stray animals. Across the country, thousands of pets are abandoned or left to fend for themselves on the streets. As these strays scavenge for food, they often scatter trash, and tragically, many fall victim to traffic accidents daily. The responsibility of managing this growing problem falls on the shoulders of dedicated volunteer teams. Liam Woods, a volunteer at Belize City Animal Aid, shares insights into the crucial work his group undertakes to address this pressing issue.
We do a whole bunch of work. Scattered, I guess, would not be the word, but something similar. Because we all have our jobs and our responsibilities, school, so forth. So we tend to go every Saturday to our foster home. We take care of all the animals that we have up for adoption, because we have to maintain them, bathe them, take care of their ticks and fleas, monthly preventatives, heartworms. Food is a big issue. We're actually on our last bag of dog food today. So we're looking for donations, or else we'll pull from our pan, which the funds are kind of low.
Just this week, dozens of animals were rescued and are in desperate need of a forever home. When animals become strays, the likelihood of them getting pregnant or impregnating another animal increases, further exacerbating the issue.
I would say it's really, really bad, because, and it's not even people's fault. The thing is, spaying and neutering is an expensive procedure, and to do that, you require responsibility and care for your animal. And that's why one of our main objectives right now is to restart the program with the spay and neuter clinics for a heavily discounted price. That's just a bit problematic right now, because we have issues finding and sourcing doctors. But yes, I'd say it's quite bad, the abandoning and neglect.
To prevent this, the BCAA requires that those looking to adopt animals from them have a fenced yard.
We are really against tying animals, because that's a whole different issue in itself. but just keep them enclosed because once a dog goes in heat, a female, they say that males can smell it from miles away and they will pucker and then the pregnancy will just continue and continue.
Woods pointed out that the window between rescuing an animal and finding a foster home is shrinking as funds and space become increasingly scarce. Presently, the Belize City Council does not directly handle the rescue of stray animals. However, in the unfortunate event that an animal is run over or dies by other means, the sanitation department steps in to ensure proper disposal of the body. Sanitation Manager Simeon Alvarez elaborates on this process.
Our sanitation department role is just to ensure that we remove the carcass whenever we get a call or request. That means we only remove the animals when they are dead or stuff. In respect to the amount of stray dogs, it's directly the responsibility from the Public Health Department and the Ministry of Health. They normally collaborate with the council and do dog eradications, I think quarterly.
Previously, animals were rounded up and euthanized by the council, but the program was put on hold after backlash from various humane societies.
That is very extremely difficult for all of our volunteers collectively to do, because as you mentioned, we all have our own jobs, our responsibilities at school, issues at home, everything we have to take care of. And we're living in a society where you have to work, so you need to do that out of your free time, and free time is very limited. So an issue that we'd really like to resolve throughout these coming years is to gather more volunteers, people interested, outreach, as I said, to help us with this issue.
To some, euthanasia might appear to be the easiest solution, especially for those who feel threatened by stray animals or find them a nuisance on their property. However, since the issue largely stems from human actions, the humane societies argue that these animals shouldn't be punished for circumstances beyond their control. Despite their best efforts, the noble aim of saving every animal is a challenging goal for these groups to maintain.
Stray dogs compound the waste management stream. In respect to that, even the mental patients, the people that dig up the garbage, like I said, stray dogs. So the increase of that definitely affected our city tremendously, and I believe we need to find a solution for it sooner or later with the Humane Society.
As the problem persists, the teams dedicating their time, energy, and resources to save and dispose of these animals hope that more people can come together to find a solution fair to both the animals and the people living in their shared habitats. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
One of Belize's rising reggae stars, Jeremy Lizama, better known by his stage name as Phoenix, is creating a buzz on social media. His music, a vibrant blend of Caribbean rhythms and relatable lyrics, has struck a chord with audiences across the region. As he gears up to release new tracks, Lizama reflects on his newfound success and shares some valuable advice for aspiring musicians.
Don't stop. No matter what you hear or how you feel, if this is what you love, you don't stop. I mean, I'm very, very new in my career, and the love and the respect and the energy and just it's been forever growing, and that starts with just never stopping and just believing. Just believe, believe, believe. Somebody, you might not sound good today, but if you don't stop, guess what? By tomorrow, you're gonna sound better already, and then you keep going, keep going. I didn't know how to sing when I first started making music. I just started playing the guitar. Next thing you know, I just started writing. Next thing you know, I kept singing, and you learn how to carry a note, you learn how to harmonize, and so don't stop. Be committed, be determined. If this is what you want to do, sometimes you got to go through some crazy hurdles to really just stay focused and like believe, you know, because sometimes it's so easy to say, this isn't for me, I'm wasting my time, I'm not getting the feedback I want, I'm not getting the love I thought I would have. I thought this was my hit, this is supposed to be my hit, because you invest so much in your music. When you hear it, you're like, this is my hit, this is it, I'm going, but you won't necessarily get that reaction. And a lot of times, for me as well, it's been the songs you don't expect to hit, which is one song called Only One, and it's been blowing up recently on TikTok. I keep getting notifications. I think it's at like 40K 4K or something like that views right now. So I'm like, whoa, that's a huge leap for me. I'm used to like 5K or maybe 10K. So to go from that to just all of a sudden like 30, 40K is like, it's crazy, and it can happen. You just got to work and not stop.
Up next in tonight's episode of On the Bright Side, an online option for primary education in Belize.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connection. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
Shop smart for your Samsung devices in Belize and enjoy benefits you won't get anywhere else. When you shop locally for your Samsung, all your devices will be covered by a 1-year local warranty. You won't get that when shopping with the other guys. When in doubt, always look for the Cellular World seal to know you're getting the real deal. Shop with confidence and enjoy your Galaxy knowing that it can be repaired locally at our Samsung Service Center by certified Samsung technicians using original parts and machinery. Even better, enjoy the best LTE experience in Belize, knowing that your Samsung devices are compatible with major local carrier networks. Get the ultimate Samsung Galaxy experience only when you shop from authorized Samsung resellers nationwide.
Rising prices got you down? Well, let Benny's lift you up in these tough financial times. Right now, get low prices on construction materials, such as lumber. And whenever you make a purchase, remember to get your B-Box, which is free money. Only at Benny's, quality and savings.
The Super Furia Band presents Music Fights Cancer Benefit Concert. Fundraising event for Mr. Pancho of Super Furia Band. When you're dancing, come out and support and get entertained by some of Belize's best musicians, giving back to a worthy cause. On the stage performing will be Watson Sounds Band. Getting a groovy inside the dance. Techno Band Belize. Youth Connection Band. Lucio and the New Generation. Gil Harry 7 Band. Hamburgers Vibes Band. Oh, baby, baby, it's wild world. Santino's Messengers, the comeback. Mr. Sila Agustin. Reckless Flores. St. Louis, the sweet voice of Annika Perez. The General Super G. And the energetic Mime. Songs provided by Hyper Sound System and music break by DJ Piju and DJ Charlie. Mark the date. Come out and support Sunday, October 6, 2024 at the People's Stadium in Orange Walk Town. Entrance fee is only $10. This is Belize, your musicians, and our eyes have shed tears with the eminent support. Get prepared to have a wonderful time with Belize's finest musicians. Music Fights Cancer. Music Festival fundraising event for Mr. Pancho. Come out and support. It's a worthy cause. We thank our sponsors: BTB, 7 News Belize, Hypersound, Center Communications, Belikin, News 5 Belize, Foyos Distillery Limited, Elite Promos, Hotel de la Fuente, Fiesta FM, License Sounds, DJ Star, DJ Gabi, Maximum Radio and Max TV, and Universal Radio.
Playing that song from night to song.
Many tertiary institutions in Belize are still finding their way through the transition to fully online education. For secondary schools, the challenge of offering a virtual option is even greater. Initially, we assumed that primary level education in a virtual setting was non-existent here in Belize. However, we stumbled upon a school that not only offers this service, but does so with an innovative twist that piqued our interest. This month, our Look on the Bright Side series shines a light on unconventional education. This week, we feature La Isla Cariñosa Academy, one of only 2 fully online primary schools in Belize. In 2020, our dependence on technology became indispensable as the world abruptly transitioned online for work and education. Since then, many have adapted in various ways, some reverting to their pre-pandemic habits, while others have embraced changes that could forever alter our lifestyles and work environments. While many have resumed traditional methods, a significant number, particularly in the education sector, have fully embraced this digital transformation. So when we discovered that a primary level institution here in Belize that transitioned to online learning stayed there even after having the opportunity to transition back to face-to-face learning, that sparked our interest. And to speak to the persons guiding this process, you would imagine I also had to jump online.
Hi, my name is Erin Peters, and I would like to share with you my experience with online learning. I can honestly say that the benefits of online learning are very rewarding because it meets the need of the digital era we are in and moving towards. I get to socialize with my teachers and classmates and have real fun times, just like those in the face-to-face setting. The lessons are fun and the delivery by the teachers focus on our individual learning styles. I wish more children can experience quality learning from the comfort of their own space.
Erin Peters was only 6 years old when she made the switch from traditional classroom learning to online education at La Isla Cariñosa Academy. That was 4 years ago.
In Standard 1, we have learned a lot more information than I have gotten in face-to-face learning. Because I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but when I go over to other schools and ask what they're doing in their classroom, they tell me something that I've already learned in my class, even though we're in the same classroom.
She embarked on her online learning adventure in Standard 1, while her mother, a dedicated teacher at a traditional school, courageously chose to keep her daughter in this innovative and unconventional educational path.
To me, it helped the children to be more prepared for the future, especially in this era in technology, right? they probe the children to think outside the box, to be so creative, right? To be free thinkers, critical thinkers. And I love that about, about the way they deliver their lessons. And so I thought that La Isla Cariñosa is the perfect place for my child.
Dr. Alberto August, a passionate career educator, has devoted his entire life to the field of academics. In 2015, he realized his dream by founding an educational institution on Kikocker. When the pandemic struck, Dr. August was quick to adapt to the changing landscape of education. Since then, his academy has seamlessly transitioned to a permanent virtual platform, now enrolling over 50 students from within the country and abroad. This innovative online learning model has become an invaluable and far-reaching resource, offering primary-level education to a diverse student body.
It started out as a physical school on Kikocker in 2015, September 2015, and we had practices, for example, away from the traditional, we had no bell, so we had clocks. We had no lineup, so the children learned orderly how to go to classes and how to respect each other's space. We got enrollment from Corozal, Injuac, Belize, Cayos, Tanquic, Toledo, all 6 districts. As a matter of fact, some of our enrollment were students from Guatemala, from Mexico, from United States. We had students in our program.
The teachers at La Isla Cariñosa are equipped with specialized skills tailored for online learning, a challenge that many traditional educators would have faced during the COVID pandemic. Tanisha Lawrence has been an educator with La Isla Cariñosa Academy her entire teaching career.
The major difference is getting to meet all the different people from around the country, having all of those, personalities, those lives in our classes as well. I honestly don't see it as very different because it's the same amount of work. Honestly, you still have to do the same planning. You still have to do the same reflecting. You still have to do the same amount of work, but it comes with experience. This is my 4th year teaching online, and everything is just super easy now, and I get to enjoy it more.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20.
You might wonder, do these students genuinely feel a sense of achievement and fulfillment within this distinctive educational system? Alika Education could be the perfect fit for those eager to leverage the benefits of technology-driven learning. The school's motto serves as a powerful reminder of the core values that guide our interactions and how we should treat one another.
It's very fun, and I think that it would be a nice adjustment to any child that's in primary school to do online primary school, because during online primary school, everybody, they're so nice to you, because our golden rule in the entire school, basically our motto is be kind to others and be treated how you want to be treated. So knowing from that, you can know that it's a very kind and sociable experience and environment.
Looking on the bright side, I'm Sabrina Daly. And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at channel5belize.com, on our Facebook and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us. And from all of us here at News 5, have a happy and safe weekend. Good night.